Welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Monday, late afternoon, early evening, whenever it is that you're seeing this. I hope the day has treated you well or is treating you well currently. I always forget to put that bit in. But anyway, yes, I hope you're well. That's the important thing. In this video, we are talking about the game tomorrow evening, the Man City home fixture, the rearranged fixture from, well, I think it was a few weeks ago now. So, yeah, we're talking a little bit about that, some injury news, some team news, some chat about how form was, both teams are going into this. And I want to kind of talk about the big elephant in the room, you know, the why would we want to win this game, or why would we not want to win this game? So we're going to talk about that as well. So plenty to get into, plenty to talk about. I also have a little bit of transfer news to talk about as well, so I won't forget that, I promise. So, but anyway, plenty to talk about, plenty to get into. Just want to say, though, if you're new, give us a subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And yeah, let's talk about the game first and foremost. And I'm going to talk about it in the mindset, by the way, of it's a big game. Let's talk about the in how we normally do these previews. So yeah, Spurs at home to Man City. This obviously was rearranged from a little while ago because Man City were in the FA Cup semi-final. So as that game got played, had they not been in that game, we would have played the game a few weeks back, right? So this game is a game in hand, basically, on Arsenal for Man City's sake, and I guess you could say Liverpool, but Liverpool play tonight, which, by the way, I want to talk about as well, the Aston Villa-Liverpool game, which is the 8 o'clock kickoff on Monday Night Football, but also, the impact that what that game has on us, and really what happens around us. So, but anyway, let's talk about this game first. That's what you're here for. And yeah, so Man City sitting in second at the moment. We're sitting in fifth. Man City 1 point behind Arsenal with a minus of 3 goal difference between the two. So if they were to win by 3-0 against Spurs, or by 3, no matter the correlation of 4-1, 5-2, 6-3, they would obviously go top by 2 points, but also have a level goal difference. So you're going to be talking about how, in theory, Spurs they've got like a 3-point buffer, potentially. Okay. For Spurs, we're sitting in fifth. We are 4 points behind Aston Villa, and Aston Villa have obviously playing tonight. We obviously have those 2 games in hand. What does that mean for us and with Villa? Obviously, if Villa win tonight, that is our top 4 run completely finished. They would end up now being 7 points clear before we even play Man City. So you can see what I mean. If Villa do the business tonight, it's done. It's actually done. If they were to draw really quickly, I don't know who they play last game of the season, Villa. Let's have a quick look. Crystal Palace away. Well, you never know on that front, but if they do, hell, even if they get a draw, we still have a -8 or goal difference on them, so we'd have to beat City by at least a few. So you see what I mean? It's unlikely anyway. They'd have to lose pretty much both games for us to stand any chance, really. Yeah. It's awkward. So yeah, really, really interesting game leading into it. When we look at Spurs and Man City this season, we obviously played earlier on this season away on the 3rd of December 2023. We drew 3-3 with a late-minute Kulusevski equaliser. Obviously, that sort of contentious over-the-top ball to Grealish, and he got sort of blocked off, even though they had already blown the whistle already. It was when we had 4 fullbacks playing at the back as well, so that plays a part. And then in January, we played them in the FA Cup, fourth round, I think it was. We lost in the 88th minute to a Nathan Ake winner. Should have been a foul on the keeper still. It was so long ago, it is what it is. We don't get those decisions. Every other team does. But anyway, Man City in the last sort of few games, they go away to Brighton, winning 4-0. They beat Forest 2-0. 5-1 at home to Wolves, 4-0 away to Fulham. Oh, and yeah, the FA Cup semi-final, they beat Chelsea 1-0. So going into this game in a lot of good form. And their last game of the season is West Ham at home. Look, if I'm honest, this is a game that always makes me nervous, always makes me super scared watching this game, because it's a game where we shouldn't get things from these sort of games when we've been, like, in the last few years, we're so out of form, we've not been good, but we'll go to the Etihad and get 3 points. They'll come to us, we'll win 1-0, 2-0. And it doesn't really ever make any sense because we go into these games sometimes in such horrific form and then we win 2-0. And you're thinking, where the hell has that been for the last month? And then we lose the next game after that, which is like Luton at home. So it's like, yep, that's more like Spurs. Yeah, I mean, a draw isn't the end of the world for City. It would just mean Arsenal in the last game of the season, who play Everton at home. City are going to need to get a three goal difference swing. It just gets a bit more technical and dicey. For Spurs, some team news. Basuma has now been ruled out for the rest of the season with a small knock. And Richarlison, they did actually confirm that he has missed the Copa America. He's missing the rest of the season with a calf injury. Ange also said, had he been picked for the Copa America, he still wasn't going to be able to play because he's not going to have been fit enough. So there is that. Yeah, like I said, if Villa tonight do the job and they win, we have nothing else to play for because we're actually 6 points clear of 6th, and they would have had one game left to play. So, it's that situation where, ironically, Villa could take it out of our hands, and there's a lot of you that want to win the game because you worry about you care more about Spurs winning, and you may think Villa may drop points. And then there's other fans kind of going, I don't want to win this game. I want to lose this game. I want to make sure we give them at least a 3-goal swing as well to give them that benefit, because we don't want this to be on top of our heads from Arsenal fans. As much as they talk about, no, we want you to win. We want to win. You already know if Arsenal win the league, the first thing they do is mock Spurs. So that's why fans are sort of on this teetering of, well, we want to win because we want to do well, but and there's some of you that go, well, yeah, we don't want to win because we don't want this situation. So it's a difficult one. For me, I don't want Arsenal to win the league. So if that means Spurs having to lose, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be like that. I shouldn't, and that's not the way it should be. But ironically, if Villa win tonight, then yeah, great. All right, then we should all be in the boat of, well, we can't move any higher, we can't move any lower. Let's stick Andy up front. Let's stick Andy's dog in the goal. You see what I mean? So it's difficult. If I'm honest, even if we were really up for it, my scoreline prediction would change depending on how tonight goes. Because if Villa win, then I don't think we've got anything to play for. We're on the beach. And I'd say City probably win 2-0. Now, if Villa lose tonight, we go into that game going, actually, we still could get Champions League football. I think City would still win because they're in such a juggernaut-esque state at the moment that no matter who they play, they win. It just doesn't matter. Nothing seems to faze them. And this is the City juggernaut that everyone was sort of wondering when it was going to finally kick off. It has kicked off finally. They will. Sorry, Fabrizio Romano talking about the injuries. I've just clocked that. Yeah, I think 2-0. I think City will win 2-0. To be honest, I don't think they're going to get their goal difference swing. They actually will still be behind Arsenal, but they play West Ham on the last game of the season. West Ham nothing to play for. Even Moyes has said there's nothing I can do to stop that team. He said that as the West Ham manager, so West Ham are probably going to get thumped for 5. So there is that. Talking about some transfers. I actually had one of them on my phone, so apologies, I'm not being rude. The first one was from Paul O'Keefe, who said that any bid for Manor Solomon would be considered. Now, this is some of the issues that I've had with some Spurs fans. They go, I got pelters saying he's a flop. Now look at me. It's like, yeah, this whole I told you so attitude isn't healthy. It's not smart. You're not big. You're not a better Spurs fan because you think you've been proved right than other Spurs fans who want to give him the chance. There's nothing wrong to say, look, I think we should move on. He's been injury prone. We haven't seen him. If we get a good offer, move him on. I'm all for that. That's my attitude. I was always of an attitude of give him a chance because he's been injured now for so long and we've had so many injuries. I'm kind of like, actually, I want someone that's going to be able to play without any issues. The attitude of, I told you so. I knew it. It's like, yeah, no, great. Move on. Go, just go do something else because clearly you're so far up your own backside, which is just embarrassing, to be honest, as a person. You shouldn't be like that. You should be like, look, I did kind of always want him to move on because of injury. And then it's like, fine, not an issue. That you're not showing people that this I told you so, I know better than you. Those fans in all clubs are some of the worst, if I'm honest. Anyway, let's talk Japhet Tanganga, and this is really, really interesting news. It came from Fabrizio Romano yesterday, who said that Mill have agreed a deal to sign Japhet Tanganga on a permanent transfer. There's a green light for Tottenham as they want to sell him. It's now up to the player, as personal terms will be key to making the deal happen. So, this is good in a few different ways. One, it's early on business. We've still got 2 games left of the season. Millwall finished their season because of they're in their championship. The fact that we are already doing this so early on with Millwall, fair play to Millwall, by the way, that's smart of Millwall to be like, we like him, he's good for us, we'll be better with him next season with a pre-season with him as well. We don't want anyone else to come in and maybe steal him off of us. Let's get him in early doors now. And Spurs are probably going, transfer window's not even opened. Great, we're already going to get business already off the mark. Fantastic. It makes our summer window a little less busy than it needs to be, if you know what I mean. Getting some of those deals early done, you're going there. You know what I mean? I like it. I hope it's a deal, something like 8 to 10 million, even if there's maybe some add-ons of like, he plays 30 games, here's an extra 500 grand, that kind of vibe. I'm all for that. He's a regular starter at Millwall. When I do the loan roundup, which tomorrow there'll be a loan roundup. I've always talked about he's been fantastic. He's kept clean sheets. He's scored goals. He's a massive reason as to why they've stayed up. So Spurs will get some good money. He may want to just sort of hold off and see what other clubs are going to come for him, but he is loved at Millwall by the fans, by the other players. So it does make a ton of sense. I mean, this is something that I would say, had Leeds gone up automatically, we probably would have a situation where Joe Rodon would have been signed by now, or the deal will have been agreed, if you know what I mean, because they like Joe Rodon so much. So it's the same sort of vibe. If there is a team that really likes a player and it's a mutual thing, I hope Spurs are kind of going, let's get a deal done now. Let's get a deal done now. When the season's done, tick him off. He's all yours kind of vibe. See what I mean? Even if it's like us looking at Alejo Veliz out on loan, or, Ashley Phillips and Alfie Devine, who those two have come back and joined the first team squad, which I don't have any issues of being like, who should we loan you out to? With Alejo Veliz, I'm already going, let's plan his next loan move, because he's going to be in Sevilla to the end of the season. He's not going to play for us the rest of this season. Let's look to move him on early doors. So by July 1st, he's at that new club. He'll be ours till then, but at that new club. So I like that. So hopefully that's a good thing for him. And also, if it's Japhet and he doesn't want to go, all the power to him. And if he just wants to hold off for a couple of weeks, I get that as well, to be fair. It's his career at the end of the day. I'm not going to be like, no, go. I think he'll be sold, but if he wants to take a couple of weeks, go on holiday and come back, no issues with that. I truly, truly respect that. But on a footballing thing, I think it's a great move for him. He's going to play week in, week out football at a team that really likes him, a team that I think suits him as well. There's no harm in it. So we shall see. Anyway, guys, the end of the video, I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section down below. Your thoughts and feelings about the game tomorrow. Key things. Do you want to win or not? I want to know your thoughts and feelings about all those things. Obviously, Japhet Tanganga and Manor Solomon, your thoughts and feelings about both those two boys as well. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, the end of the video. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.